The crafter is now available to use in the latest snapshot. Let's take a look at it. The crafter is very similar to the crafting table in the fact that it lets you craft items. However, it works differently in the fact that you cannot actually physically take those items out yourself. The crafter needs to receive a redstone signal in order to craft the items inside. So we can see that it's tossing them out just like that whenever it gets a redstone signal. It is important to note that this is only going to dispense one at a time, and you need to have a new signal every time. If we just have it constantly powered, then nothing is going to happen. We've got to depower it and then power it in order for it to craft again. It is also always going to spit out its crafted items through this little front face here, and you can actually make that oriented whichever way you want it to. So if you want it to shoot up or possibly shoot down, you can make it go whichever direction you want. Now, as we can see here, this crafting will actually fill from left to right, top to bottom. So when you're making your recipes, if you have different types of items in there, that's something to keep in mind. In addition to filling left to right, top to bottom, it will also then fill the lowest stack first. So we're always going to keep going like this. Or if we had several different items in here, say we had 3 stacks of this in here, but one of them only has 1. And then we put spruce planks in there, it's going to go ahead and fill that one up first. As far as I can tell, we don't seem to have a crafting recipe as of right now, but if I'm wrong, do let me know. This is going to be incredibly handy for a lot of new farms, and I can't wait to see what the community does with it. For example, the crafter does actually output a signal itself. So if we take one over here and hook up a comparator and some redstone lamps, we can see just how that works. We can see that right now there's nothing lit, but it gives out 1 signal strength for every slot filled up. So if we were to fill up, say, 3 of these slots here, then we would get a signal output of 3. You can also toggle any of these so that they cannot be filled, and that will mark them as a filled slot and extend your signal strength. Toggling these on and off lets you create the exact recipe that you want to see. For example, if we wanted to turn all of these spruce planks into slabs, we could go ahead and go like that. And then we can put items in here using either a hopper or a dropper. So if we just go ahead and throw those in there, we can see that it just starts filling up to make planks, and then it'll just need a redstone signal to output them. Or if we wanted to make, say, a crafting table, we could go ahead and leave those slots open, put this in here, and just start throwing those in there like this. There we go, the recipe's now filled up, and we have a crafting table. This is really handy for building some automated machines. For example, if we were to hook this machine up here to, say, a sugarcane farm, all of our sugarcane would pour in here, and we would start getting paper dispensed into this instead of just sugarcane. The way that this is working is that it's taking the signal output from our crafter, sending it back into itself to then dispense the paper. So whenever the crafter reaches a full signal strength of 9, we send a redstone signal into it, and it outputs the paper. We have got the exact same thing going on here, except this time we are making sticks from bamboo to trade to villagers instead of paper. Here we have something a little larger scale that normally takes 5 steps to craft. If we just go ahead and hook this up to our bamboo farm, we can see that it's going to start dispensing down there, down there, down there, down here in just a second. There we go, it dispenses, and in the chest down here at the bottom, we are getting bamboo mosaic slabs without having to take all 5 steps to craft all of those. So if you need a whole bunch of bamboo mosaic slabs, well, there you go. Personally, my redstone genius is not nearly large enough to actually make complicated recipes as of right now, but I'm gonna be working on that. Tell me in the comments what you guys think this is going to be useful for and what you plan on using it for. But now click on that video to learn everything we know about Minecraft 1.21 from Minecraft Live. I can't wait to see you over there. There's a ton to talk about.